thought we was dancing, just being us. Hey y'all! Welcome to another Sunday dinner with Valencia and Crazy Tail Isis. How's everybody doing? It is Sunday. We are in the kitchen. We are hungry, and we hope that you are too. Now, when I tell you, I did not know that we were live because this one right here, all that dancing, that's what she does. So I didn't even know.
Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? How was your Valentine's Day? Who making babies?
No.
Sorry.
No.
I don't know what happened. Something just came over me.
Boop. This is me.
Take it back.
Yeah.
Take it back.
All right, you guys, we're going to get started. Again, welcome to another Sunday dinner with Valencia and Isis. My name is Valencia Daniel, also known as the Game Changer. And they call me the Game Changer because when you see me coming, you know that a positive change is going to take place. I am an international trainer, an award-winning speaker, best-selling author, and your power performance coach.
Hey now.
I use my expertise in neuroscience, change management, and leadership to tailor trainings to individuals and organizations that will propel you from average into excellence. And this is
Isis. And I am your personal
sommelier.
Yes. So I am currently in my classes, getting it going. So much. And you know, as I learn, you guys will learn also, okay?
Okay.
So this is a journey between you and I together as one.
Oh my gosh.
Drinking
when I
wine.
can't with her, I can't. Unable to can't.
So,
all right.
disclaimer, I'm going to have my head down a little bit because I will be sharing. Please, you guys, Mom, as she always says, sharing is what?
Caring.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's share the love.
Okay. So what are we doing with the clean wrap?
I was just...
Nothing?
No.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing today? Today we are going to be making us some stuffed chicken.
Ooh, yes, honey.
And then ISO decided that some bruschetta.
She was calling me ISO?
Isis decided, I just was getting all my
ISO?
words. Isis decided that a little bit of bruschetta would be really good, so she made a really nice mix, antipasto kind of thing, and we're going to be putting it on the bread. So do you want me to go ahead and put this in and get it started and then do the chicken? That way we can at least taste that, because you know what I also want to taste?
What?
Some of that wine.
Well, yes, we're going to do that, but I'm also going to go ahead and get this started, too.
Okay, so do you
want
have
me
to
to
stir
wait?
that? Yeah, I did want you.
Okay.
Just a tad.
I can do that.
Just a tad.
Let me grab it.
I'm going to go ahead, and I just have I had a baguette that I bought from the market, and we just cut it. Some on the bias, and some I was just tired and couldn't do it. So I need to go ahead and I'm gonna put a little only this, right?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. A little bit of, what is it?
Oh, so that's just olive oil and garlic powder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Because
for the
Isis had
bread.
already done this, so I didn't even know.
Yes, you got to prep.
I didn't even know what to say it was.
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't.
So today we're going to have some rosé, okay?
Yay.
So the reason why we're going to have some rosé, something light with nice fruit, ripe fruit flavors, high acidity is going to complement this dish that is a bit summery. And that's the thing about...
You think it's summery? Oh, because the antipasto?
Yep, everything, and including this rosé, really. So I decided I really wanted some rosé, so I went the summer route. Because when we go through the summer, this is actually the time where rosé pops and booms, is during the summertime.
Oh.
Yes. And it's becoming a real popular item in the wine industry during the summer. It's quite, recent that became a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yes, honey.
You live and you learn. You live and you learn.
So we're going to change it up a bit, you guys. We're going to start drinking throughout because we want to loosen up. You know what I mean?
And we want to be able to taste the wines.
Really enjoy it. Because what happens is we make the food, taste the wine, and we're in the kitchen talking about, this is the good wine. Oh my God.
This is so good. And then we're not
Okay.
even, we ain't ready. We want y'all to enjoy it with us. So I think that that's a good idea. So if you are out there and you are truly a wine enthusiast, or you want to be a wine enthusiast, you want to learn a little bit more, I need you to put a 1 in the chat.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
if you are a replay viewer, I'm talking to you too. Yes, put a 1 in the chat if you are truly a wine enthusiast and you would love to learn a lot more about the wines. Because as ISIS moves on and starts to get sponsorships, we want to be able to direct you to some of these awesome wines that we're starting to have or that we get to taste. We want you to be a part of all of that. So we want all of our sponsors to also know that you're interested, right? We want to get good pricing on things. We want to know when stuff is in season. So all of this really matters. Now, I have to be honest.
Mhm.
Before you became a sommelier, I was really stuck. I thought I only liked certain wines. I did not try many wines. If that's you, I need you to see if you can find one of those little wine emojis. It's down there. I need you to look for it and find it. But if you were one of those people who thought you knew, this is what I like, and I'm not really gonna order anything else.
Yeah.
And then you're finding, even with us, that there are other wines out there. Or if you're interested in other wines, we want to know that. We want to know where you stand. Are you at the beginning? Are you in the middle? Are you in the end? But I'm just going to ask just one question. Go and find a little emoji. And if you're the person who thought you knew exactly what you liked and you don't really venture out, I want to know who you are too, because we're going to teach y'all some things.
You know, because wine, it's all about the experience. And another thing that happens is we all like the type of wines that we like. We, you know, or at least our taste palette, it's okay. If you like sweet wines, it's okay to like sweet wines.
Yep.
If you like dry, high tannin, dry mouth, can't take it, which I am that person, it's okay. It doesn't matter exactly what kind of wine that you like. But it is nice to explore other wines and kind of get a feel, because as I learn more about wines, I'm starting to understand why I like certain wines. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. It's okay. And then also when you try with foods, it also kind of changes your perspective of wine as well sometimes.
Okay, and so we have us a rosé.
Yes. So
Whispering Angel. Oh,
Yeah.
and it's a really nice bottle too.
Yeah.
I look at wine sometimes and think, that is such a pretty bottle. Gosh, I wish it was something that I liked. I do it all the time. You know, I love even if it's what do you call it? Olive oils, and it's in a really nice bottle. I might try it.
You get some
Oh,
nice
okay,
like
tell me.
strawberries in there,
Hold on.
some citrus. I'm getting some lemon, maybe even a little pear. Do you smell that?
I would say definitely pear or even green apple.
Yes, green apple.
Absolutely green apple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Good taste. This is a solid wine. Definitely high acidity.
I was going to say it's much more high in acid than I would have anticipated.
High acidity, nice fruit flavors. You definitely get that green apple. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get that pear. I'm not sure,
I'm not sure either.
but it's super delicious, you guys. It's a very refreshing rosé. This is probably like a perfect rosé for the summertime. Easy to drink, bro. This is a nice one. Do you not like it?
I do like it. Which first
It's a dry.
sip
It's
is
dry. It is very dry.
Much drier than I would anticipate, but it has a really nice taste. So is a rosé a mix or?
So
what?
rosés, and typically they're a mix between different red grapes.
Okay.
The reason why you get the color from
I'll take a little bit more because I liked it.
you get the color of the rosé. First of all, let's just start with the basics. All grapes bleed the same color, which is white wine. The color from red wines actually comes from the skins, which we've talked about this before, right?
Yes.
And so what happens, other than like with red wines, they go through the full fermentation process with the skins, seeds, everything within the wine, so that you can get that tannin, which makes the wine dry, or not necessarily makes the wine dry, but makes your mouth dry. You have to be very specific with that, because dry in the wine world means it's not sweet.
Okay.
Right?
I'm gonna put this in.
That's fine. And it's okay. That's fine.
On low.
I'm not even sure.
I'm just gonna put it on. All right. How long?
For 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's so what happens is during the fermentation process, red wines has full contact with the skins throughout the fermentation process. With the rosé, the process gets interrupted because you're only having the skins in the wine with the skins with the wine with rosés to get the color, which we have this color here, which is a pretty pale color here,
but it's slightly blushy. It did get there.
Yeah.
So you get the blush out.
Yeah, it's a pretty rosé. It's very appealing color.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. It's just for a short time there's contact with the skins. You get a little bit of tannin, a little bit of color, and that's all that it really is the purpose of going through that fermentation process.
That initial kind of let's go through this first stage. I love so much learning all about
so
this.
it's super cool. I really like this rosé. It's a very nice drink. Like you can just drink this by itself. It's super easy.
Yep.
So I'm excited to like make this food and see what happens.
Okay.
This is good.
So I have right now we have the baguette that I cut. I put the I think you had olive oil and garlic powder.
Yes.
And mixed that. I mixed it up because the garlic had already settled to the bottom. I knew something else was in there. And I took it, put it in, just took my little trusty brush and brushed it all over. Those are in the oven. We won't let them go too long. We just want those to get a little bit of color on them because I don't like mine to be too crispy. And now I have the vinaigrette or vinegar, balsamic vinegar on the stove. We're going to let that cook down just a little bit as it starts to cook down for about 5 minutes or so, Isis said.
Yep.
Then I'm going to take it and put it back in the container that I had it in or in the bowl, and it will continue to kind of thicken for us.
Right.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing. Tell us a little bit more.
So we're actually getting ready to, I'm still trying to share for your page, Mom.
Okay, well, can I talk about what's in the news
yes,
right now with
please,
everybody?
please, let's do it. Let's talk about it.
So, all the tea is being spilled about Jussie Smollett, right? He is the Empire star who was attacked, or they saying allegedly attacked by two gentlemen. And they said something about MAGA country, and they called him
the
N-word, and they call him the F-word because he's gay. They put a noose around his neck. Just a whole lot of stuff. Well, I would say that even from the very beginning, there was lots of skepticism surrounding what happened to him. And then there was a lot of stuff that got added and taken away. So, if you are one of those people who follow social media and you absolutely have seen all the news, I need you to go ahead and put a 2 in the chat if you are all abreast of what's been going on.
Yes, honey.
Because recently they actually said that they arrested the two gentlemen and that they interrogated them, and they are no longer, and this was the part that was really important to me, they were no longer suspects.
And they also said...
Yes, but I was going to say, now they also said that they did not attack him and that he paid them to attack them, so it's kind of like a ruse or whatever. What would the word be? A fraud?
Yeah, but then also there's evidence. I think that's another thing that on CNN they were talking about, that there's physical evidence, which is why they're no longer suspects.
Wow, to say that he actually did pay them?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't have that part, but I did notice that they were no longer suspects. And in order to be no longer suspects, it says that they have definitive proof that they feel that these individuals did not do what they alleged that they did, and they're no longer looking for somebody else. Ooh, it got really scary. So we were talking about ethics and just kind of how do you feel about if somebody came out and told a total bold-faced lie. We're talking about the world of social exchange, where nothing is done in a vacuum anymore. Everything is done in this real big, gregarious, kind of in-your-face way. And I was wondering how you kind of feel about that. I know for me, for one, just the thought that I would tell a lie and that the lie would be found out, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do it in a social way. People have a tendency to do the social bullying thing anyway, and so the thought that is... Are you staring at it?
Yeah, I've been staring at it.
The thought that it was something that you would lie about something, or you would come up with a narrative about something that would be found out to be untrue. That's just kind of crazy to me. So I was asking Isis, I was like, why would you point out, first of all, plan a whole thing and go through it and we don't even know why? Because he's already popular and already got his thing going. So why would you do that? And then point out the people who you said did it, yes, that's them, and not think that they would not defend themselves.
Well, so that's where the question comes from, because everything, we need to start stuffing this too.
Okay.
So we have some chicken here, you guys. We seasoned the inside and the out. We made a nice little stuffing concoction here with pesto, cream cheese. I don't know. Probably not, because I was over there.
Okay.
I don't have cooties. Anyway, so we have pesto, cream cheese, mozzarella, and there's something else. What is it? I think it's garlic. Pretty sure it's garlic. It's garlic. It has to be. Okay, anyway.
It's garlic.
Yeah,
minced garlic?
Yeah, minced garlic.
Yeah.
So that's what we have in here. We're going to stuff that in the chicken, which is seasoned with salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and thyme.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put some sun-dried tomatoes and spinach. So Mom and I had a little back and forth as far as using this kind of spinach rather than this other spinach she was talking about that's frozen.
Yes, because I usually take the frozen spinach, let it thaw out, put it in a cheesecloth and squeeze all the stuff out. She's saying no because she read a recipe. I'm saying yes because I've done it before.
Ooh, she's so feisty. Because I've done it before.
I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm going to really quickly tell them, is that okay?
What about people without refrigerators and stuff? What are they going to do?
What are we talking about? Who are we talking to?
I don't know.
You have to have one audience. We're not talking to people without refrigerators. So I'm going to show you kind of what I did really quickly with this one. I've already done those over there. So I'm just going to get a plate or something to do this on because I don't want to mess up.
Are the baguettes burning, you think?
Oh, you so smart. You is smart.
This is supposed to be, it says it's going to harden, but do you think I didn't cook it long enough?
It didn't look like it, but
I can put it back on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So if it doesn't, we can put it back on. But for now,
we got to put it back on.
Oh, okay. Is it going to go on the baguettes?
Yeah, it has to go on the baguettes.
Oh, okay. So take your chicken that you've washed, and then I am going to take, where's my paring knife?
Your what knife?
That knife down there.
This one?
Yep. There you are. Take your chicken breast, nice size chicken breast, not the extra big ones, but nice size chicken breast. And then I'm just going to go in on the skinny side all the way through. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Now, and I leave it closed in the back and the sides. Okay?
Close in the back and the side, so there's
Closed
a
in the
pocket.
back. There's a pocket. I'm making an actual pocket. Yep. And now, I'm just going to season it inside and out. Okay, y'all? Season your meats. I think it's crazy that you don't. And I'm just using...
Who's you?
I'm using
She thinks
the
it's
meal,
crazy that people don't. Not me. I season my meat.
But sometimes I have watched, videos, and I'm thinking, all you have to do is...
Once again, let's go back to Oprah.
Lies.
So you use salt and pepper?
Yeah, the lady said, oh no.
no. You can
You can do that if you want to. If you salt and pepper while you cook, you don't have to salt and pepper after you cook, and it won't be as salty. You don't have to use as much. So salt and pepper.
You want me to add some more pesto?
To this?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's what you said you wanted.
I actually wanted the whole concoction to be more.
We don't have any more cheese.
We don't have any more mozzarella, but we had cream cheese, and so
I'll add some more cream cheese just
No.
for you. No, it's okay.
are you gonna add some more pesto and some more everything?
What, you want me to add more garlic too?
Yes. If you're gonna double it, you have to double it.
She's always yelling at me, you guys. I feel attacked.
Okay, inside and out, same thing. And I'm using the meal real quick because it just makes it easier. I like crushed pepper. I like sea salt. And so I think it's just so much easier to use my meal than to have to crush it up myself. And I don't like big old chunky pieces. Uh-oh. I didn't know you had this going.
You think it's done?
I did.
You do?
I could just smell it, and I was like, what's that?
That's why I took it out before.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm putting a little thyme on here. I probably should
Ooh,
have.
that vinegar gets me every time.
Yep.
Just smacks me in the face and I'm just not ready. Okay.
Make your bland salad too.
My eyes was watering, everything was just like, just like that.
All that. I was going to say, your eyes are doing a little thing, ain't it? Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's mix this on in so we can.
Yep.
Oh, I already told you guys what's in this, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Never mind.
Never mind. And we can we put up a recipe or a link to the recipe?
We can do whatever.
We can do whatever you
Now,
want.
understand, we never follow the recipe. As you can see, me adding more stuff.
So you never. All right. So because we cook, and unless if it was a baking recipe, I would follow precisely. But cooking, I mean, it's not like any of these recipes are.
You want more than this?
No. Very good. Thank you.
So I didn't think I liked pesto.
I know, right?
I like it.
Where is the balsamic, the vinegar?
It's right here.
Oh.
It has to get hard though.
No, okay. It has to cool down. I know. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start stuffing this. I don't know what the parsley is for, but I ain't going to worry about it.
Probably. I don't know either.
No idea.
We done bought this parsley and for what? And for what?
So the thing is, when it's not a really big pocket, remember I was saying that?
Mm-hmm.
I like to have enough of this throughout the whole thing. And thank you for making more for me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, honey. Whatever makes you happy makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
This looks good.
This is
So let's talk about ethics. Can we talk about that?
Let's talk about ethics. Let's talk about ethics.
Oh, she made a song, y'all, and I started dancing. I was like, I don't recognize it. She made one. How do you feel about internet ethics? And we want your comments. We want you to let us know how you feel about it. Like, do you know? Because
Hi, Devin.
hey, out here with these people. Oh, was I supposed to? Oh yeah, I was going to ask a question like, should I have cooked the chicken first? But no.
No.
That didn't make sense. As soon as I said it, it didn't make any sense. I'm going to get all that water out because you don't be adding stuff to my stuff over here. Which is why I do the other to begin with. I love sun-dried tomatoes. They are so full of flavor. And I need you guys to think about that kind of thing. When you're cooking anything, think about the various flavors that you're using, how they come together, how they're gonna pop in your mouth, combined with other things. You'll be able to figure out your own recipes and your own seasonings soon. Okay? Which is why I did a little bit of time.
Oh, you're not gonna cut them or anything? Okay, that's fine.
Actually, I don't really want to.
Okay, don't do it. Do you, boo?
Coarsely chop it. That's what you want me to do. Coarsely chop it.
Not coarsely. It wasn't necessarily coarsely.
What did it say?
It was just cut a little bit.
Okay, that's coarse.
Oh yeah, it is coarse. Whoops. We all make mistakes, you guys. It's about identifying your mistakes, accepting it, and fixing it.
You know what? You are a mess. Just a mess. Absolutely.
But okay, so this whole thing with Jesse.
Yeah.
So this is the thing.
Here's the thing.
Okay. When I first heard about it, I was super like, oh my gosh, our country.
Where are we?
This is crazy. Every day there's something else. Oh, being a black person in this world. Oh, being a gay person in this world. It's a lot, right? And, you know, everyone was pretty much coming behind him. I was on Instagram. If you guys know me, you know I'm on social media, but I'm not on social media. So when I come on there, I see things, and that's like what keeps me current. But, you know, so like I said, you know, Erykah Badu, Taraji, everybody was talking about Jesse and, you know, what had happened to him, and I felt really bad because you don't want anyone to ever get hurt. But then I am an avid State of the Culture watcher. If you guys watch that with Joe Budden, I am an avid The Breakfast Club watcher. So I watch these shows and they bring up a lot of valid questions as far as what was happening. The issue that I was having with this whole Jesse story, number one, was social media's like creativity to the story. He had his set story and everyone was adding all of these extra details. I was sold. He was walking from the club somewhere and he never said he was walking from the club.
No, and he wasn't.
Okay. So we're going to start there. Social media is a mess because you come out with a story that is, I'm not trying to make fun of him, but a sob story, right? Something that happens, super sad. And then social media, all by itself, right? Social media adds spin. Now everyone's questioning this guy, and a part of me wants to feel bad for him even more because I'm like, oh my gosh. Then when you hear something on on CNN, and they're talking about, well, actually, it might have all been a setup. It makes you feel conflicted.
And the reason that I feel conflicted is because everything is almost tried in the media.
Right.
That for me is a problem all by itself.
And you're talking about like
anything and everything. Yeah. I'm talking about everything from this issue to personal issues where people start to come out and feel like they need to have an opinion about other people's lives.
Yeah.
Things that don't have anything to do one way or the other with anybody else. People feel like they need to comment on it, right?
Right.
If you can put some
oil in the pan,
and get it searing hot for me.
I was about to do it.
And the oven is already on?
The oven's on, yeah.
All right, thank you. So what I was saying was, in social media, it's so crazy how people start to give their opinion on everything anyway. And then on top of that, you add people's skepticism as it relates to people's stories, and you just don't know how to feel and where to be because everybody has something to say. And the more I found out, that wasn't even the case with him. Like, people were saying, what about this? And nobody did that. And a lot of times they didn't do that.
Right.
They were just making up stuff. So if you've been in this social realm and you've had someone kind of weigh in, we want to hear what you have to say, even for that kind of thing. I see it constantly, and it's bothersome to me because people have opinions about everything, right? So then, what's her name? Robin Roberts did an interview, and I listened to the interview. Now, you know,
you paying attention to.
I pay attention to everything because I read body language and everything. I'm telling you, some of how he got excited about things felt a little weird.
I agree. So I watched it and then I rewatched it before we did the show, and there were certain. So it was almost like he would cry on cue for certain topics. He would get angry about things on certain topics, and then he would laugh on parts where you're just like, you shouldn't laugh.
I didn't get the you shouldn't laugh part, but I did get all of the other.
You didn't get the laugh? Because there were certain topics
Was it a nervous laugh? Or?
No. So I can't remember exact questions that Robin would ask, but it would be something that if you just were attacked, right? You would talk about your feelings, but you would still be kind of hung up on the traumatic experience that you had, right?
Okay.
And he would be like, yeah, ha ha ha, I experienced this and I don't know why people said that.
So this is the thing now, because I do the whole neuroscience and the body language thing. Expecting people to act just the way that you would,
yes,
is like the worst thing that we could possibly do as it relates to reading people. However, there are things that ring true and just don't ring true. At the end of it, I thought, and again, everything that goes in has something to do with your disposition to begin with. That's the neuroscience part.
Yeah.
Whether you believe or not has to do with your disposition as it relates to the story. Mine was, I certainly hope this is true.
This is still not getting hard.
Is it supposed to hard? It's not supposed to be hard. It's supposed to get thicker. It is thicker.
It is. Stop yelling.
Okay.
She's always yelling at me.
She always says I'm yelling no matter what. But yeah, no, I just thought that because I really wanted it to be true and I did not want
Him to be a liar.
because it would be such a travesty. But then he said the thing that I thought.
This hot.
Why would a person
Lie.
want to lie about a thing like this?
Yeah, he did say that.
Given the state of our country and things as it is already, why would I set myself up like that? Okay. I'm just saying, I did feel some way. Did you put some in there?
Yes.
Is it real hot?
Yes, hot.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Now, you guys, I put forks. I put toothpicks on the side to kind of hold some of this stuff in. If you don't have toothpicks, you can go ahead and put it in. But just know that as it gets hot and the cheese and stuff starts to melt, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to start to melt because it's going to do it even for me. So,
we're just searing both the sides, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to pop it in the oven.
Yep.
We're going to make our baguettes, and we're going to taste up the one.
So I'm going to put these in, and as I do that, if you could do those baguettes, because I'd love to taste some of those. All right. Isis has this nice and hot for me.
And I turned it down because I didn't want to pay attention.
Oil in there, though.
I just put some extra oil.
Could you use grapeseed?
Yes, ma'am. All right, so I made this little concoction. So we use, Roma tomatoes. So you're going to, like, cut it, pit it, and then chop them up. What's this called? Red onion, some basil, garlic, salt, pepper, and I'm pretty sure that's it. So I'm just going to put that on our baguette. So we have like some pretty little baguettes and my mom.
Okay, remember for the
real
baguettes, if you came in late and you just missed it, I did rub the baguettes already with olive oil and some garlic. And so now as she goes in with the extra taste on top of that, it should be really good. So I didn't feel like the pan was hot enough.
You don't feel like it was hot enough?
No. So it's really important.
It was smoky.
Okay. It's not hot enough.
Okay.
It should go. It should be screaming. If you don't, what happens is instead of getting that nice crust on the outside that you want, you actually start to steam your food. You want to sear it. I mean, really sear it. So don't be afraid of making your house too smoky or anything like that.
It high rather than turn it down for that.
Yes. And then put it on and let it be screaming hot.
Okay.
Ooh, that's enough. Baguettes?
Just for right now? I was gonna do all the baguettes.
Why?
Okay.
Because are we gonna eat that much?
Fine. I won't do them all.
And I really need to get in there and wash these chicken fingers.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Gotta do it while you're thinking about it, because the last thing you want to do is start spreading salmonella and stuff around in your kitchen. Yeah. So I'll take the cutting board as well, and I'm going to just put it in the sink. We don't want to use that for anything either. Thank you, love. Appreciate
So
that.
I'm taking the cooked down balsamic vinegar and I'm just drizzling it on the baguette.
Ooh. That looks pretty good.
I swore it was thicker than that.
Yes, ma'am?
That it was supposed to be thicker.
It was?
I thought it was.
I don't know. Because when you do it on top of the lamb,
It's thick.
way thicker.
Way thick.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's not how it's supposed to look.
Okay, good. It's good. I'm gonna taste it. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy. That's mine?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I don't know which one to get. Yum. Bon appetit. Boom. Tastes good. It tastes really good. Wow. That is really good, Isis.
Yeah, that's really good.
Ah.
Wine goes well.
This is really good. Can I move it over? I don't want to feel like I'm eating over the food because I knocked stuff over. Wow. It's a good choice with the wine. You really are the song. That is really good with this. Isis Daniel. Look good. You know I'm gonna stay on the chicken. And let it go for about 3 or 4 minutes. And one thing to know, when you are searing meat, wait until it releases.
How do you know when it releases?
Not going, well, I know to leave it on for 2 or 3 minutes before you even look at it to release.
It does taste really good though.
That is crazy good. Oh my God, Isis. Like, I'm impressed. I'm gonna double do this. I call this a fish spatula and a regular one. Okay.
So what are y'all eating for dinner tonight? Replay viewers, this includes you. What are you eating? What did you eat?
Well, we're gonna know also what you wanna know.
Yeah, what do y'all want to
We're
know?
cooking all the time, and then we come back
What
for Sunday
wines?
dinner.
What wines do you want us to
To
Pair.
taste and pair, yeah.
What foods do you want us to cook? Because although we're not chefs, we're low-key chefs. You know what I mean? No? Not really?
I mean, we cook.
We cook and the food tastes good. I feel like that's all that matters.
I don't even understand. This is delicious.
This tastes really good.
Like, seriously.
And I love these things.
Next dinner party?
We cooking it, we making that. Next dinner party is going to be a book reading.
Ooh.
And Mom doesn't know this, but it's happening in like the next week or so. I'm submitting my book into a competition, you guys. I've been working. I feel like I have no time. But when I tell you, I've been like finding like little nooks and crannies. Like yesterday, I had to go to work. And I'm like, I have to be there at what time? I was like, I have to be there at 12 o'clock. Everyone who knows me knows that when I say 12, that means I'm showing up to work around
11:30, quarter to 12 at least.
You know what I'm saying? So I stroll in, and I don't even know what made me do this.
Right.
But in the office, we have the schedule just mapped out, and I just happened to just take a look at it. And it's at 1 o'clock. And I was like, you know what? This is like the second time I've done it this week, and I'm just really over myself.
Oh, so you were already the second manager coming in. So
I was the third manager coming in. There was no point of me being there. Wasn't even busy. So I got my headphones, listened to some Focus by Nora Tones, and worked on my book for an hour.
So Focus by there, you listen to those?
I did, because you know, I work in a restaurant, which some people don't know. And the servers and bartenders, they like to talk to me, so I thought that if I put my headphones in, which it did help, because, you know, people came by and I was like, I'm working on my book, and everyone knows that I'm writing a book, so they're like, absolutely, Isis, got you. And I don't want to hear the noise and everything else, so I just blocked it out and listened to some Focus music. Ready?
Yes. It's really a wonderful pairing. So, I guess the acidity is going really well with the acid.
Yeah.
In the strawberry.
Acid with acid, sweet with sweet. Yes.
The balsamic. What's sweet?
No. There's
Oh,
nothing sweet.
you know what? Tomatoes.
That's acid. Is that sweet? That's
Yeah,
acid, but
sometimes
acid does not mean sweet.
No, it doesn't. But I was trying to. I just turned it over. It's fine.
Mom trying to act like she doesn't burn stuff every once in a while.
Well, don't.
Oh, sweet onion. Is it the onion?
It didn't call for any kind of sugar. It's so good.
I think it just tastes good. It's not sweet.
Right. No, I know. But I would have thought that you would have needed something to balance it.
I think it's just that balsamic vinegar and tomato.
That's acid. Sugar balances.
There's no sugar in it though.
I know. And it's still really good. So I think it's the tomato. The natural sweet.
That's what I said.
Oh.
I just said the tomato and the balsamic complement each other. I just feel like it's done.
It's not. No, it is done. I put it in the oven now.
No, I'm talking about ready to put in the oven.
Oh. Yeah.
So what do you guys feel, or how do you feel about the whole Jesse situation? Do you feel bamboozled? Did you know all the way from the beginning that there were questionable things going on? Were you asking for the receipts? Show me the receipts. Or do you still believe that he's being honest? I would think it would be so terrible if we go all the way on the other end of this whole thing and it turns out that he was telling the truth.
Oh my God.
I would feel kind of bad as a person. Only because when people really experience traumatic experiences, you really don't want to be the one to question, hey, is it true? Because that's one of the main reasons why people don't talk about, you know, some of the serious things that they experience. And we need to be able to tell your story and people not always question you.
Right.
But when there are questionable things that are happening, It just makes it hard.
It's really hard. I don't know what the answers are.
I think the only people who should be questioning him are the police. Because police officers, they have to do a thorough investigation, or else every person who yells rape, every person who yells anything will just get away with it, and hopefully I don't strike a chord, but being African American, we know that that's a real thing. So we're just gonna move past that. Hopefully he's telling the truth, right?
I really do.
But I want to see some receipts.
So I'm going to take a little bit of the parsley and I'm going to cut it up so when it comes out,
Make it real
everything's
sexy.
all on the plate.
Oh, she gonna make it sexy.
But remember how I thought that I should make a sauce with this? Remember?
Yeah, it's not necessary. Let's do this! Drizzle some balsamic on it if you really need something.
I think I need to make some kind of gravy. I don't understand. What should we doing?
I'm sorry.
It's always.
And forever. Sorry.
Wow.
Lord. Anyway,
Okay.
so going back to ethics, I feel.
What about your own personal ethics?
What about your own personal? Keeping it 100 at all times.
At all times.
I ain't fake. I don't do none of that fake nothing. I'm just joking. So,
I mean, on 10 today. On
sorry.
10.
Take it out.
Oh my gosh.
So, I feel if you carry yourself as always honest, then it'll be easier to, believe someone.
just do the honesty thing.
Just keep it 100. I mean, I was joking, but I am serious at the same time. Keep it 100. I think that's the bottom line.
I mean, I just can't understand, and I think that's why I want to believe him so bad.
Because why would you frame getting attacked? Why would you put yourself in a situation to get beat? Because he did have all those marks, and he went to the hospital, and there's all that reported proof. But then also on the side of that, why would you put yourself in a situation where if you are lying, can you go to jail for that?
You can be charged.
Why would you do that to yourself?
But I think because he's such a public figure, you know what that would mean? He would probably lose his job.
Yeah, so
And
why
then
would
I
you
thought
do
about
that?
his family, because the Smoulettes, they've been out there since they were all little kids.
Yes.
And since Jesse has become so popular, they've become popular as well, just as a byproduct of that.
Yeah.
And that it would be just horrible to think that if it's not true, that it would actually affect his family. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Imagine that if this is not true and he loses his job and he loses his popularity, they lose their popularity as well. That would be horrible to me. Don't you think?
I do.
What do you guys think about that? Do you think it would be fair even for them to lose their popularity along with him? They are linked only because they're siblings, but it doesn't make them liars, but it would affect them.
Hey, Matt. So Matt actually asked, was his career dying? Now, this is something I will say. As far as Empire goes, I know that when it first came out, it was super popular. All of the, big name artists were trying to get on there. Viewership was very high. I don't know if it still is, because honestly, how poor the acting was and the plot line was, I stopped watching it. I'm just keeping it 100 for the ethics, right? Let's keep it a stack. So I stopped watching. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, as the years were going by, their viewership was going down.
It wasn't canceled. Like, why would you need to?
Why would you need to do all that extra
at this juncture to what? Like what?
There's no point.
He is.
There's never any. It doesn't. Let's just start there. There's no reason to lie. So don't make a reason to lie.
Okay.
Let's put that where it belongs, I guess you can say. And then as far as his career is concerned, he's a music artist. He needs to find his hit, and he needs to not lie. Okay?
He has shows and stuff.
He has shows. He's an actor. Empire was a huge show. I'm sure he can find another gig. Not this.
Absolutely.
You know, it's. I don't know. I don't know.
Either.
I have no answers because I'm not an actor or an actress
This
in
is what I
Hollywood
believe.
trying to make it.
This is what I believe.
What? You believe?
If he lied about this, it goes to character, and it didn't just happen. And
Right.
there isn't a reason behind
Right.
it. Because you couldn't make me do a thing like that.
Right.
So, not judging him, you know, I wouldn't do it, you wouldn't do it, just that. I'm saying from a character perspective.
Do other people believe that they've experienced him to be a liar?
Right.
Because you know when people are liars.
Yeah.
And you, like, that's a real statement.
Yeah.
I've met a few people where I'm just like,
You're a liar.
did that
Fibber.
really happen? Because I'm seeing holes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's add it up.
Fibber.
1, 2, 3. What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and the thing is, there's so many people, and I'm not trying to say just, the celebrities were having each other's back, but there are a lot of situations. Why not? Let's talk about the R. Kelly situation. When R. Kelly came out with all that other stuff, a lot of celebrities was like, yeah, slide on back. There were only a couple who were like, oh man, sorry about that. No one really was saying, oh, he's not a pedophile. No one ever said that. Sorry, I'm just saying. But everyone else who came out about Jesse when it came out, everyone, I saw so many posts. People I didn't even know knew this man, okay? And they were saying, you know, he's a great guy. I don't know why this would happen to him. No one ever said, you know, he's lying. Like, no one said that. So, to go with your statement, he's probably not a liar. Because who would step behind someone who's like, I could totally see him doing a publicity stunt. Got it out. Woo! Yeah. But you know what I mean? No one did that. No one said that. A lot of people were vocal on his behalf. I don't think he's lying, but if the police are saying they have evidence, it's quite...
Like maybe he's stretched?
You think he stretched a little bit? Like maybe he just got beat up by 2 guys
I don't know.
and he wasn't called the F word and the N word?
I don't even know. That could be so. What about that?
I mean, a lie is
But
a
who
lie.
pumps up? If I got beat up,
Well, this is what
isn't
my
that
question
big
is.
enough?
I have a question about this. Okay? This is what the real question is. You are living your life, you fly around the world, you're constantly on the move. In the middle of the night, you randomly go to Safeway. You said you were going to Wegmans.
It was Subway.
Or that's what I meant to say, Subway. And then these people with masks happen to come and target it. I think that's out of everything that was told, I think that's the biggest question mark that I have, because you randomly are walking down the street one night and then people are targeting you. So that meant that they knew that you were going to leave your house around that time and be prepared. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the only question that I have.
Whoa!
With masks on to say, hey, Empire, come and get you, beat you up, and then mysteriously run away. That is what my question is.
Oh, like the targeting. How could it be?
How
random
can
if
they
it's not
know that you were going to leave your house, have masks on, be ready to jump you?
Oh
It
my
just
God.
doesn't. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me. Out of everything, I hope he's telling the truth, but that's the only
major.
thing that doesn't make sense.
That's major.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't- I
Did no one
never
else
thought
have that
that.
question? Because I had that question.
I'm sure other people did. I just didn't.
Oh, he said, trust me, I know liars. I also know everyone can accept the truth. I heard he was in the Grindr, which is a gay app, and got targeted. Well,
They said
he actually
said-
responded to that.
He did.
He said that he's in a committed relationship. He was
He
open
used to
about
be
him being
in
on Grindr.
some years ago,
And he
but
was
now
like, but he's not on right now. So that was his response to that one.
He did used to be in there.
Yeah, and he was saying that he's in a committed relationship. He's not going out trying to find
Random.
beefcakes. So I don't know. He's saying that that's not what it was. He was going to Subway, and he was on the phone with his manager, right?
Can you give me that?
Oh, so now you want me to
I
do
know,
it?
right? It's so delicious. It really is. So Yeah, I don't know. And then the manager.
Yeah, and the manager was on.
liar.
Yeah, the manager was on the phone the entire time.
So
And nothing
did
was
he?
open.
But if it was his manager,
Well, did they do it together?
did they do it together?
Now it's this whole
theory.
conspiracy thing. Yeah, it's too much.
It's way too much, y'all.
Things are rarely
unable
that
to
deep.
can. It's really a lot for me. You know, I got a big old stain. Look on my shirt.
Really?
I hope I can get it out. You know, oils and stuff.
Put a little Windex on it.
Did you say that for real?
What?
Windex.
What?
Y'all hear that?
Are people talking to us? Or am I crazy?
She is crazy. Hey, Angela. How are you? Angelica. Hey, Angelica. Hey, Devon. How are you, Devon? Hey. Okay. You guys, I really want to make a sauce to go on this. And you feeling like it doesn't need it.
I don't know what it needs. How about that?
I didn't do it, but if
Where's
I could be cooking it
what's on
myself,
it vinaigrette?
I'll do it.
Where's this going from? Okay.
You had it over there for that. It was separate. That one was already done.
Well, now it's done again. It's like we can be born again. Excuse me.
Oh, don't. Don't. See, you're going to get beat up.
I'm like, Jesse, come on. I ain't never scared. Sorry.
I know, he was all boasting about
Yeah, he was like, you know,
'cause I ain't
he
no
hit
punk.
me, I hit him back, because I ain't no punk. And I was like, yeah, man, you ain't no punk.
But if
Get him.
he-
Whoop that. I'm just joking. All right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You did it. Did y'all hear her? She went there.
So this is the difference between waiting to the end to drink the wine and drinking wine throughout.
Okay, you get a little loose.
A little fun.
Y'all hear that
A
good?
little more
Y'all hear
fun.
that good crystal? Let's off a little ring, a little tone. Let me see. Wet your finger and go around the top.
Alex could do that. I can't do that. I've never been able
I
to
have
do
never been able to do it either.
Mom always passes down the wackest stuff to me.
I don't hear nothing.
Am I doing it wrong?
Yeah, I think you all.
You are so
I
mean.
did. That was.
How can you tell your child that I am always doing stuff wrong? You can't do it either. Now what? Oh, Cracker Jacks. She did it.
But did you know that a glass won't do this?
No. So am I just doing it right, wrong? Maybe my finger's not wet enough.
And then put some more in there. Keep it going. Can you put some more in here? I just want to do.
Let's make
Did
some
you hear how long
music.
it went? Did you hear how long it
Let's
went?
make some music. Woo, woo.
You have to go higher than me. Go
Woo.
higher. Okay. I don't think my finger wet enough.
What? You're stupid.
Why
Why
are
am
we
I
doing?
doing?
I know people looking at us like, what the heck are they doing?
We
We did get a little
a whole entire
We got- okay.
moment.
So y'all know we real, right? Keeping it what? What you say?
100. We keep it in a stack with y'all, okay? And we over here making music and acting like we 5 years old.
You just peaked it.
Yeah, that's how we are by ourselves. How's the chicken doing?
I want it to be done.
I doubt that it is.
I doubt that it is either.
Cause those are real, real pieces of chicken.
I can't put no rosé in there
No, I'm
to
drinking that.
deglaze it.
I'm drinking that.
I'm gonna put some. Well, I wanted to put white wine, and we don't have white. Ooh,
Oh, so let me know you guys' feelings about this whole thing.
because we want to know.
I want to know, for real.
And
I don't know.
did you think it? Because sometimes people get on board at the end. I always felt I'm telling you, I'm one of the people who wanted to believe him real bad, and so I did. And I really wanted to.
I mean,
I said from the beginning.
I believed him from the jump. Because why? I don't know this man. I'm not assuming that someone just out here lying. I'm sorry, I'm just not that person. Now, once things started coming out and I started hearing different stories, I was like, ah. And then he came out with the correct version. This is what I said. This is in the police report.
And his storytelling, though, was so detailed.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it wouldn't take a lot to tell exactly what you did, even if it was faked.
A story tale?
Yeah.
A fairy tale?
So, okay. We want to hear what y'all got to say.
For real.
I need you to put a 3 in the chat if you always believed him and you still do. And I need you to put a 4 in the chat if you believed him and now you don't. And I need you to put a 5 in the chat.
He always lying.
Never believed him.
He been lying from the jump.
Yeah, if you never believed him. So a 3 if you always believed him, still do.
Or, and then we need like another one for people who didn't believe and now believe.
No.
So you said
Nobody does that.
no.
Because
People don't ever turn back and
No,
say, I didn't believe him,
in
but now I
this
do.
instance, you wouldn't switch to I do
Oh, because of what's happened?
because of what's happening. I don't know. So 1, believe. I mean 3, believe. 4, believe, now you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And 5,
Never believe.
I almost didn't get that. I was like, what did I say? Wait, it couldn't have been hard. It is because I've been drinking. Because I'm a little bit on the tipsy side.
Whoop whoop! It's a
Tomorrow's
party.
a holiday.
And I have to go to work.
And I'm going.
Bright and early. Yes, I do.
I'm going to be blinging out some stuff. And I'm going to my office and making it fabulous.
Are you going to work tomorrow?
No.
To make it nice?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gosh, I don't want to take all the stuff.
Don't be picking your teeth on camera.
I have to pick my teeth all the time. You know I cannot have anything.
Is the
in
chicken
my
ready? Because these people, they like, okay, we done talked about Jesse 5
Okay.
million times. We don't want to talk about Jesse no more.
But see, this is why we can't rise, right?
Do you believe in love after love?
It makes his own juice.
Yay.
Yay, for real.
You think it's ready?
I do.
Man, that chicken looks sexy.
It looks so good.
It really does. I wish you want to just like pick it up and show it to them.
Off of this? I don't. You can. Now the thing. Ooh. Wow.
Ooh, yes. You better put that thing on it.
I don't like you right now. Okay. Do I want to put like 1 on each plate or?
1 on each plate, and then we'll put 2 little baguettes, and I'll take a picture.
Okay. Go ahead and put your baguettes. Ooh, look at this stringy. Ooh. Wow, Isis. Ooh, that's sexy. It really is. Give me. Take the.
I don't know what to do about that. Got the cheese coming. You guys, y'all wish I was here.
This right here, I don't
It's
know.
Swag.
This might have to be really good.
Everybody, pay attention. This right here
Okay, go right
is A-B.
Ooh, it's cooked all the way through.
It is.
Getting me. I was at the end though. I don't know.
I gotta take a picture because I never remember to take a picture.
Can I taste it?
Yeah, you
You
can do
know
whatever
that?
you want. Let me see.
Whoa.
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 Beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is how I gotta take a picture. Alright, so don't pay attention to how ugly it is. I'm gonna make it better.
See, that's why I was like, I think we should have made a little salad with it. Even though we got spinach.
We got extra chicken if we got to take another picture. Oh yeah, show that sexy. Ooh, nice, honey. All right.
I actually let it sit.
All right, I can let mine sit for a second.
Help piece of that.
Huh? Eat this one?
Because if you don't, now y'all know how to let anything you cook, let it rest. Let all the juices reconstitute so that everything doesn't fall out. If you don't, when you make that cut, everything starts to just go on its own way. We don't want that.
All right, so this is my first bite. You got the cheese hanging down, trying to be disrespectful, you know what I mean? Looking all sexy and
right.
scandalous.
You're so silly. Right? Right? I know, right? Oh, it's way good. I know. It really is. It really is. Okay, we gotta get out of here because I'm ready to eat. This is
what you want.
so
Is it
good. Oh, I didn't taste it with the wine. Can I take another bite and then taste it with the wine?
This rosé is popping.
I know. Oh, it really is. And it's drier, and I just don't think I would have liked it ordinarily.
That thing is delicious.
I know.
Ooh, it just lingers in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. This right here
This is bomb.
is bomb. Bone apple tea.
Yeah, that's really good. All right,
Okay.
y'all. I love
Tell me
you.
What kind of rosé this is again?
So this is the Whispering Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent rosé. So if you guys are looking for a nice, refreshing, crisp, high acidity, which the high acid is what makes a drink feel refreshing, which is why we love lemonade. Think about it, okay?
Oh, wow. That's a good point.
But this rosé is awesome. So if you're looking during the summertime, springtime, outside, chilling, ooh, beautiful weather, you're about to go on a trip to some place warmer, have a glass of rosé. This Whispering Angel is perfect. This is an excellent rosé. Highly recommend it with food. High acidity food, poultry, pork, things of that nature, vegetarian dishes, anything like that, do it.
You guys, you know, if you see me drinking it.
I know, because
Yeah,
this
that's
is Miss,
good.
if it's not sweet, I need Moscato. Which she's
Same
grown.
as that.
She almost say she's grown. But
Woo!
even still, she still is a fan of sweet wines. But I think
And I still am a
you're
fan.
still a fan, but
I like the
you're
proper
not
pairings.
you're not locked down.
Nope, I like proper pairings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So awesome. I'm happy that you opened your mind.
I know, and you opened it for me.
I've opened my mind too because I was strictly Cabernet Sauvignon, and then I became a Merlot. Now I'm all rosé, and then I have my sweet wines.
And now you just
Sauternes. I say it like how the French say it based off how I learned. Not everyone says it that way, but that one is a dessert wine that is everything. When I first tasted it, it was so sweet, and then I had it with like a piece of cake and changed my life. Sweet wine. You need to have food that is less sweet than it. So you need to have, when you have sweet food, the wine needs to be as sweet or sweeter, right? So that's what you want. The same thing goes for acidity, which is probably why this wine is so bomb with this food, especially when it comes to our baguettes over here with the tomato and the balsamic vinaigrette.
It's the truth. This is the truth.
This is bomb.
We have
So
just,
we are gonna go because we're ready to throw down.
I'm already throwing down.
Okay, yeah, you're
I
right.
can't even take it.
I'm jealous. Bye, you guys.
Okay. Love you. We're going to catch you on the other side. And remember, have some ethics. Don't be full of stuff.
Yeah, don't be full of stuff. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. Bye.
Bye.